and to throw the football if you're an opposing quarterback in the NFL. Back in 3 minutes, the Doug Stewart Show.
Hey, what's up, sports fans? You're looking for a different type of sports talk show, something you haven't heard before? You got to check out the BS3 Sports Show every other Saturday on 2 Live Stews Radio, 1 p.m. Central Time, 2 p.m. Eastern. Sports talk at its finest. Always have great guests, playing some good hip-hop. You don't want to miss it. Make sure to tune in to the BS3 Sports Show every other Saturday at 1 p.m. Central Time, 2 p.m. Eastern.
Okay. Y'all niggas done fucked up. Yeah. Y'all done fucked around. Let your boy Nitty get up in the dough. It's over. Guess what, niggas? I done brought my niggas with me. We gon' take this bitch over. Oh, we gon' represent this city like it's just a motherfucking city. Fuck that. Got my right, ATL. Why State, Decatur, boy. You know my name. No, we gotta say it no more. What's up, nigga? Fuck y'all, niggas.
Boy, stop. You the fakest I done seen in a while. In the beginning, it was daps and hugs. Plenty smiles, now you done switched and changed the game. Jump ship, high in the fuck, some R&B niggas gon' make a thug nigga rich. Bitch, please, real SBs, toe choppers, and stay switching cars, cause them police be watching. Switching bitch and sitting, waiting gon' get you nowhere in life. Get the fuck up off your ass if you want deuces and ice. Never
I must
switching,
emphasize
leave my
at the
car
outstart that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is not a politician. So I'm not here this afternoon as a Republican, nor as a Democrat. Not as a Mason, nor as an elk.
Well, tell us what you here for.
Not as a Protestant, nor a Catholic. Not as a Christian, nor a Jew.
All right, now.
Not as a Baptist, nor a Methodist. In fact, not even as an American. Because if I was an American, the problem that confronts our people today wouldn't even exist.
That's right. Now we ain't Americans, huh?
So I have to stand here today as what I was when I was born, a black man. Before there was any such thing as a Republican or a Democrat, we were black. Before there was any such thing as a Mason or an elk, we were black. Before there was any such thing as a Jew or a Christian, we were black people. In fact, before there was any such place as America, we were black. And after America has long passed from the scene, there will still be black people. I'm going to tell you like it really is. Every election year, these politicians are sent up here to pacify us. They're sent here and set up here by the white man. This is what they do. They send drugs in Harlem down here to pacify us. They send alcohol down here to pacify us. They send prostitution down here to pacify us. Why, you can't even get drugs in Harlem without the white man's permission. You can't get prostitution in Harlem without the white man's permission. You can't get gambling in Harlem without the white man's permission. Every time you break the seal on that liquor bottle, that's a government seal you're breaking. Oh, I say it again, you've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok. This is what he does.
Hey, welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. This is a Movie Monday. Scenes from Malcolm X. That's our movie that we're paying tribute to today. In a Malcolm X type of mood over the last couple of weeks, man. The number to the show is 404-822-5467. Once again, 404-822-5467. Before I jump in the chat room, man, the Houston Texans and the New England Patriots played each other this weekend. 27-23. Tom Brady threw a touchdown pass in his first game since winning the Super Bowl in the same field. And the New England Patriots fell to the Houston Texans 27-23. I don't give a damn a rat's ass about Tom Brady cheating ass. what I want to do is give a ball award to my cousin Bruce Ellington. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Taking a little moment here to brag. Bruce Ellington, wide receiver, just signed with the team like a week ago. 4 receptions and 93 yards. Now, listen, I'm going to say this, and yeah, it might just be me bragging once again on a family member. Bruce Ellington has the ability to be everything that Antonio Brown is and even more. I said it. I'm telling you. I said it. Now, I've said it. I'm sorry. I'm not taking it back. Skill set wise, y'all just don't know. A lot of people just don't understand the skill that this guy has. So if you don't know, played wide receiver for the University of South Carolina, got drafted in like the 3rd, 4th round, I believe it was, but has been injured, off and on injured, had this hamstring issue. Whenever you get one of them hamstring issues, man, it's just it can be bad and it can be drawn out. So he's had a hamstring issue for like the last 2 years, drafted by the San Francisco 49ers, released by San Francisco this year, picked up by the New York Jets, or not, well, yeah, he was picked up off waivers by the Jets, but they cut him after he failed a physical, but then like 2 days later, he signs with the Houston Texans and he passes the physical. So I don't know what happens. I guess it's the Jets just being the Jets. And if this kid winds up being the player that a lot of people think that he can be, the Jets are just that being the Jets. But he's been there a week, and he has been balling. He had a couple of big catches this past weekend in the game against the New England Patriots, with this, second-tier type offense that they had out there at the time, most of the time. He did play with the first string a lot of times. They ran 3-4 wide receiver sets, but looked good. So all in 1 week, and I posted this on my Facebook page, man, all in 1 week, I have this great news, and we have this great news from my hometown and for my family, and it looks like Bruce is healthy this year, and he's going to be able to be, a part of an NFL offense this year and show what he can do for the first time in a couple years. But then at the same time, my other cousin, Derek Rivers, tore his ACL for the New England Patriots earlier this week in practice, man. And I didn't really get into it, man, because they really hadn't come out and confirmed it 100% when it first happened, I believe, on like Wednesday. But yeah, he's done for the year. And I talked a lot about him before the draft, man, but he's done for the year. Spirits are high, from what I understand from his dad. The family's more upset about it than he is. This kid's got a lot of faith, man. So it's like joy and pain. Joy to see Eric or Bruce Ellington actually ball out and get an opportunity to ball this year, and pain for the fact that Derek Rivers, man, for the New England Patriots defensive end out of Youngstown State, is not going to play this year, man. But it is what it is. That is football. You got to take the good with the bad and the sweet with the sour. Yeah. 404-822-5467 from Andre Elon. Bruce Ellington did ish for my 49ers. Now he wants the ball. He couldn't stay healthy. So Andre Elam's San Francisco 49ers fan. And so I'm pretty sure he's been keeping tabs on Bruce because, he's from the state of South Carolina. And you know the deal, man. The dude couldn't stay healthy. The dude could not stay healthy. He couldn't stay healthy to the point that even when he was released by San Francisco, the Jets worked him out. They signed him, worked him out, or they didn't sign him. I guess the proper way to say it is they claimed him off waivers. Then you have to do the physical, and he didn't pass the physical, and they released him. And then, once again, a couple of days later, he's picked up by the Houston Texans, and he looks fine to me. Damn, a physical looks fine to me. Yeah, from Grego, Patriots found some of that confetti left over from the Super Bowl this past weekend. Whatever, Grego. From Thal Pay, you from the Low Country? Then you my cousin. Yes, sir, Doug Stewart. From Thal Pay, you'll come back after then. or better than ever, Dougie. Talking about Derek Rivers. I hope so, man. From Bootsy, Hackenberg is beyond awful. Has he ever been anything but? From Run CNC, Coleman has played, but not that much. From Andre Elon, Bruce was a starting point guard. Oh, that's another thing about him, too. He was a starting point guard on the basketball team at the University of South Carolina as well. So I always brag about my high school being one of the preeminent forces in college or in high school football in the state of South Carolina. Yes, sir. And listen, I'm telling you, man, a lot of people that actually got to saw Bruce week in and week out, they say that he may have been the best player that we ever had come through our high school. And we've had a lot. We've had several guys play in the NFL. You know, my brother played in the NFL. I always talk about this guy, Mike Dingle, who was 6'3", 225 pounds in high school playing running back. So we've had a lot of guys that played at the next level in college, and a lot of guys that actually played in the NFL. But people that watch Bruce week in and week out said that he was the best player that ever came through Berkeley High School. Like sub 4.3 at the combine. Had the best shuttle run, the best shuttle time at the combine, I believe, that year as well. And like the comparison I just made, man, a lot of y'all like, man, shut up. Ain't no way he Antonio Brown. That type of skill set. I'm not saying he's going to be Antonio Brown. What I'm saying is the skill set that Antonio Brown has, very technically sound, runs all the routes on the route tree, quick, agile, tough, fearless, can go across the middle, great hands. You know, for a guy that played quarterback and defensive back in high school, but he also, once again, was a starting point guard in high school and at the University of South Carolina for a couple of years. A lot of people said he was a better basketball player than he was football player. He's got that type of skill set. And, you know, maybe he won't achieve the things that Antonio Brown has or has done in his career, but he has that type of skill set. First of all, he doesn't have the quarterback that Antonio Brown has in Pittsburgh and Ben Roethlisberger. He's got to deal with, you know, the Savage kid, and, you know, at some point a young, green Deshaun Watson down there in Houston. But it's going to be very interesting. And that's another thing, man. Houston Texans are basically South Carolina South, deep South. So you got Deshaun Watson, you got Bruce Ellington, you got DeAndre Hopkins on the other side. You got Jadeveon Clowney at the defensive end. You got the Cousins kid at defensive back. They got a couple other players from South Carolina, the Gamecocks, and from the Clemson Tigers on that team as well. So they quasi kind of like my rooting interest as well outside of the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. So, yeah, they're kind of going to be on the radar for me as far as watching them and rooting for those particular players and the Houston Texans to have success, I guess, so that they can beat the New England Patriots come playoff time. You know, maybe they'll have their things together. They'll think together and can beat the Patriots in the playoffs this year, which they could have done last year if they had any semblance of a quarterback. But, yeah, a lot of Carolina and Clemson players on that Houston Texans team. Even though the Savage kid didn't look bad, he didn't suck this past weekend, I do believe at some point Deshaun Watson is going to be the quarterback of that team this year, at some time early this year as well, as he went 3 for 10, not a great day passing, 102 yards. He also ran for a touchdown as well, and just looks confident back there, man. Jimmy Garoppolo, 15 for 23, 145 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception for the New England Patriots. Yeah. All right, we get back from the break, man. I'm giving you a heads up. Don't say I didn't tell you on this Movie Monday. After I talk about these birthdays, we are going to talk about Game of Thrones and Power. I'm just telling you. Back in 3 minutes.